covering every county. This is your statewide newscast. Arkansas Today.
Good Wednesday afternoon. I'm Mallory Brooks. Thanks for joining us for Arkansas Today. Democratic presidential candidates taking the stage in Westerville, Ohio in a critical debate that could reshape the race for the nomination. Steve Nance has the highlights.
12 Democratic candidates sharing one stage on Tuesday night with one goal in mind: to make a lasting impression with millions of voters watching at home.
This president, and I agree with Bernie, Senator Sanders, is the most corrupt president in modern history, and I think all of our history.
Also front and center, Senator Elizabeth Warren, whose surge in the polls has put her under the intense spotlight typically reserved for frontrunners.
And I don't understand why you believe the only way to deliver affordable coverage to everybody is to obliterate private plans.
Senator Warren, I've been talking to Americans around the country about automation, and they're smart.
She has yet to describe her tax plan.
Healthcare once again a major topic, with candidates sparring over a Medicare for All plan backed by the more progressive candidates or a more moderate approach.
Medicare for All is the gold standard. It is the way we get health care coverage for every single American.
The issue is whether the Democratic Party has the guts to stand up to the healthcare industry.
The focus also on Syria, as candidates took aim at President Trump's decision to pull U.S. forces, allowing Turkey and Russia to move in.
Our president blew it, and now he's too proud to say it. And what do we do now?
And with time running out until the first votes are cast in February, some candidates came out swinging.
When I think about where we are right now in 2020, I do believe justice is on the ballot.
Tearing each other down because we have a different plan, to me, is unacceptable.
We have an erratic, crazy president who knows not a damn thing about foreign policy.
I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
Steve, thank you. A section of Highway 220 at North Lee Creek Road in Crawford County is closed due to a landslide. The Arkansas Department of Transportation posted on Twitter this morning that traffic is down to one lane south of Strickler. As of right now, no word on how long it will be closed, but certainly a story we will continue to follow. An 18-year-old has been arrested and charged with rape and possession of child pornography after an incident that happened in July. According to Wynn Police, 18-year-old Terry Lee Burgess was arrested 4 months after a 16-year-old accused him of forcing himself on her and posting screenshots of it on Facebook. Burgess was arrested by the Arkansas State Police on October 13th and is being held at the Cross County Jail on a $75,000 bond. His hearing is set for November 4th. An entertainment district in Fayetteville is a no-go for now. The Fayetteville City Council tabled the issue indefinitely at last night's meeting. On the agenda was an ordinance to establish the boundaries for an entertainment district. That district would have allowed outdoor alcohol consumption in designated areas during certain events. City Council member Sonia Gutierrez says that information will then be passed down to the council so they can make a final decision.
Possibly work event-based at first and then potentially grow it from there. So we have a lot of flexibility to kind of take it a little bit at a time and learn as we go at each step.
She adds city staff is studying alcohol beverage control laws in detail to make sure Fayetteville is in full compliance if and when they implement an entertainment district. Springdale police investigate a high school teacher for inappropriate social media interactions with a student. Police took the report on Monday night from a female Springdale high school student who was under 18, and it was enough information to open up an investigation. The teacher being investigated is 57-year-old Randall Scott Peckham. The school district says that it has taken appropriate action to ensure Peckham has no interaction with students. Police encourage anyone with information to help with that investigation to come forward.
We want to make sure that, if there's other students that are in this class or students at the school that have interaction with this teacher, that parents can talk to them and say, hey, what's going on? Have you had any interactions with this teacher?
It's still early in the investigation, so there has not been any arrest made. Some students at Southern Arkansas University are learning how to dress to impress. A career closet in the business building allows students to shop for suits and other workwear for free. Professors play personal shopper and offer advice on the best styles and fits for interviews and other special events. Because professional clothing can be costly, school staff says this resource is helping students avoid shopping stress and focus on acing their interview questions.
When people see you initially, they're judging whether you know enough to dress appropriately. And so that's one of the things we tell our students. They're sending a message that they are ready to take on this job or activity because they've taken the time to select the right clothing and look professional.
The Career Closet is open to all students on campus year-round by appointment. You can help the students dress for success by donating gently used professional clothing. Northwest Arkansas agencies are fighting to keep open space in the area. The Northwest Arkansas Open Space Coalition created the Open Space Plan to make sure vital pieces of land like pastures or forest aren't compromised by the growing Northwest Arkansas community. Part of that coalition is the Beaver Watershed Alliance. The growing population makes its task of protecting the water supply for Northwest Arkansas a little harder. Beaver Lake Watershed runs mostly through open spaces that preserves drinking water. The open space keeps things like nutrients and sediment from getting into the lake. It also keeps the price of water cheaper.
All the businesses that are here, from Walmart to Tyson to J.B. Hunt to whoever it is, they are the biggest users of water for industry, and they would not be here without that lake, and they would not be nearly as successful as they are if they were having to pay a lot more money to treat that water and protect it.
Beaver Lake supplies water for everyone from Harrison all the way to the Oklahoma border. Looking ahead to the weekend, trade in your jeans for a black suit this weekend at the annual Johnny Cash Heritage Festival in Dyess, Arkansas. The music legend lived there while growing up. The event kicks off Thursday and goes through Saturday. There are different events each day, including a presentation from his daughter, Roseanne Cash, and also several concerts. You can tour the Cash Childhood Home as well. Tickets are still available online. For more info on the events, go to our website. Let's take a look back on this day in history. On this day in 1940, Benjamin O. Davis becomes the U.S. Army's first African-American brigade general. And on this day in 1969, the New York Mets win the World Series 4-1 over the heavily favored Baltimore Orioles.